Yeah, welcome back everybody to Book Club. This is chapter 3 of Disrupt You. Alright, so let's jump right into it. So chapter 3 is titled The Disruptor's Map. The quote of this chapter is, "Map out your future, but do it in pencil. The road ahead of you is as long as you make it. Make it worth the trip." John Bon Jovi. Now this chapter is really focused on really changing your mindset, how powerful your mindset is, having a plan and changing your perspective on things, right? And it also kind of gives you how that goes into your success in the future and in the success of your business. All right, so like I said, I'm always going to go right straight to the point and right into my highlights. So accepting the odds are against you is the same as accepting defeats before you begin, right? So think of that, because it's basically saying if you already see yourself failing, you're gonna fail. You don't want to put your mind to think that you're gonna fail, right? You want to convince your mind that you're gonna succeed at all costs. Failure isn't an option. If you don't know where you want to be in 5 years, how do you expect to get there? So if you want, right, to become this billionaire, right, how are you going to get there? Without a plan, your daydream is only as good as a dream. And a dream can only get you so far. Dream without actions, it's just going to stay that dream, right? So without your plan in place, how do you know where you're going? And in order to figure out where you're going, you got to write down your plan or just get started and things will fall into place. Best-selling author and motivational speaker Norman Vincent Peale has written volumes on the importance of attitude. Formulate and stamp indelibly on your mind a mental picture of yourself as succeeding. Hold this picture tenaciously and never permit it to fade. Your mind will seek to develop the picture. Do not build up obstacles in your imagination. How sad is that, right? You picture yourself, right? Me. When you visualize a goal for yourself or a dream that you have, let's just say a mansion with 15 rooms, 16 bathrooms, and 6 cars. Right? That's what you're visualizing. That's what you want to achieve. But when you bring in the but, I want this, but I want this, or maybe I can't make it, or I want this if. No, there's no if, there's no but, there's no maybe. It's I want this, I'm going to get this. That is it. You want something, you get it. That's it. There's no if I could afford it. If it's meant for me, God willing, no. Go get it. That's it. That's what it is. You visualize it, picture it, engrave it into your mind, and your mind is going to want to find the things that is going to help you achieve and hit that visual, that dream you have. Your mindset is going to draw you onto the things you need that are necessary to get you to where your dream is. But you cannot set up obstacles, especially if in your own imagination. This is your imagination. Don't let you stop you from getting what you want. Starting each day with a positive mindset is the most important step in your journey to discovering opportunity. Literally, a positive mind is going to see a solution, is going to see an opportunity, and it's going to see your next great thing, your big thing, your breakout. But a negative mind, just like the rest of the world, the news, let's just use the news as an example. They come up with problems. They show you the problems, but you know what they never show you? How to fix it, the solution, the how to get rid of this problem, the great things out of that problem. They just show you disaster, drama, and problems, and that's it. Because the easiest thing it is to do is to find problems. That's the easiest thing to do. The most challenging part is finding a solution. That's why it's so easy to go after a negative mindset. But a positive mindset is going to make you see things differently. And you're going to see the good in the bad. And that's important. It's important. Business thinking, right? Financial guru and talk show host Suze Orman didn't start off life rich. After failing in the restaurant business with no formal finance training, Orman started working on Wall Street. In her book, she has recounted how she felt intimidated and unworthy, but she visualized a better life for herself. Orman's most famous self-perception changing affirmation is, "I will have more money than I will ever need." As you spend more time constantly visualizing your future, a pattern will develop. You will begin to focus on those things most important to you. Let these aspirations inspire you and write them down. What are you passionate about? What is missing from your life? Start writing down your dreams and begin turning them into goals. That is the essence of a personal roadmap or life path. Ask yourself, where do I want to go along the way? You've thought about your aspiring to. Now think what else you want to find along the way. Do you want a family? Are you willing to delay one part of your life to pursue another aspect with more focus? The purpose of life is a life of purpose. What matters most to you, how you embody and achieve these core values will determine how you measure your success. Try writing these values down on a piece of paper. Be as detailed as you can. Include your personal and professional goals. Achieving work-life balance is about defining your goals and expressing them on your disruptors map. What are the things outside of your career you wish to achieve or experience? Plan for space and time on your map to pursue your passions. How much time do you need to set aside for family and friends? We all get so caught up in our lives that we miss out on the lives of those dearest to us. Plan your ways to get more enjoyment in your life and you will get more joy out of it. You can truly have it all, just not all at the same time. Okay? A career is just as a longer trip with a whole lot of more baggage. Anyways, as with a business plan, that assumes the need for additional team members and skill sets to build a company, your disruptor's journey will require external help. What training, mentors, and capital will you need? As you would do with any competing product, research other individuals in your industry and find out how they got the resources they need to succeed. In most cases, you will discover a world full of people waiting to help you achieve your goals. What this is saying, right, is this question that I used to question myself with, is how am I going to find a mentor? Or how am I going to get started? Or how and when and what do I do? And when I found this problem and trying to find a solution, I was like, what's next? And he's basically, the author is telling you, there are other people, don't get me wrong, your idea is great, but there are other people who might have shared the same idea you're having right now. The only thing is, they have one piece to the puzzle, and you might be the other piece that they need to complete the puzzle. But this person doesn't know you exist. To them, they're still finding that puzzle, that piece to the puzzle. That is why you need to also reach out, find that person who has that extra piece, that puzzle you're missing, so that you guys could connect, collaborate, and then build your finishing product. But it starts by you asking these business questions. This is part of a business. This is part of starting your business. This is creating the foundation to your business, finding what you need, how you need it, how you're going to get it, and who can help you get it. Because at the same time, that person with that other piece, they don't care if you join them to help them prosper because they need you to prosper. So at least, man, let's prosper together, right? And the author kind of gives an example from his own life. He says, I have spent my life going into new industries and fields with little understanding of their inner works and not knowing any of their key influencers. In each case, my success was not achieved alone. When I was recruited by EMI President and CEO Ken Berry to bring the 100-year-old British record company into the digital age, I knew nothing about running a music label. I remember exactly what Ken said to me on the first day. I have 11,000 people who know the music business, but what I don't have is a future. And over the next few years, every time I hit a brick wall or had an idea that might or might not work, Ken made the time to mentor me. Together, we transformed the company and the music industry by pioneering new business models in the digital downloads, music subscriptions, and streaming internet radios. I didn't travel the road alone, and I can assure you that you won't either. Right? So a guy who knew nothing was brought in from someone who understood that he knew nothing. Because if he had all of the people that knew this person's business, he says, I need to go to someone who can think outside this, right? Kind of like outside the box, but outside of this, like what's the next thing to move to the next level? I have everything I need, but I'm missing that one thing. What is it? Acknowledge that time waits for no one. You are not going to live forever. Hospice workers say that the number one regret they hear from dying patients is that they wish they had been courageous enough to live true to themselves and had not been guided by the expectations of others. My dad told me this quote, my dad told me this one saying, and he said, imagine you're on your deathbed and the only people there are the ones that you could have been. There's a person who has a book with the things you could have accomplished. One of them is your dreams that were never reached. One of them are your goals that were never completed. And these people visit you because they're going to die with you. And he says that the richest area you will ever set foot in is a cemetery. Because that cemetery, people die with their biggest breakthrough. But because they never took the chance on themselves, that never happened. Which is why the richest area is a cemetery. How sad is that? How sad is that? Live a few years of your life in a way most people won't, so that you could spend the rest of your life living at a level most people can't. Failing to plan is planning to fail. Best-selling time management author Alan Lakin cleverly wrote. The author of How to Get Control of Your Time and Your Life adds, planning is bringing the future into the present so that you can do something about it now. If you've been responding to these prompts, you now have your disruptors mapped. Committing your aspirations, priority, resources, and deadlines to papers give you a personal business plan to measure your progress against. The difference between successful and unsuccessful people is that successful ones know that the most unprofitable thing ever manufactured is an excuse. Imagine that. The most unprofitable thing ever manufactured is an excuse. And excuses are your biggest regrets. You can make an excuse out of anything. Trust me. Been there, done that. And we all have. But if you're trying to get started, if you're trying to go somewhere, you can no longer make excuses to why you haven't completed what you needed. The easy excuse is, I don't have enough time. I was tired. I am sleepy. I need my sleep. I need to eat. I need to go to work. I need to pay my bills. Those are excuses, because you could find a different way to find time, to pay your bills, to find sleep. So why are you giving up on you? Why are you just throwing in the towel? You know that you could achieve so much in your life if you gave yourself the chance. How many of you ask somebody, just give me a chance? But how many of you ask yourself, just give me a chance? Take the chances. The risk could be your greatest reward. But you may never know that if you don't take that risk. Now, if you do want to end up in the richest place ever, then don't reach your dreams and don't reach your goals. Don't complete them. Don't accomplish them. Just die. And that one dream you will live, well, you won't, because you'll be dead. Literally, you'll just be dead. So you'll be buried in the richest place ever, but you won't be alive to experience it. That was chapter 3. So the next chapter is chapter 4, titled Building a Brand of One. I haven't read this one, so I can't give you any sneak peeks. Anyways, if you like this chapter, like this video, subscribe to this book club, because this book is just going to get better. And if you develop yourself and build yourself, then you're also going to get better as we finish this book. But again, thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe, share this with your friends, share this with your other entrepreneurs. Every little source of information could be your next big breakthrough. But thank you again.